Welcome back, folks. Today's video is about subtracting integers. Now, when you subtract integers, you have to keep in mind that subtraction is the opposite of addition. When you subtract a positive number on a number line, instead of the number going that way, it goes the opposite direction. So, when you add integers, positives go to the right, or that way on a number line. Negatives go to the left, or that way on a number line. Forget about this brain pop video, so just cross that out. If you want to watch it, you can, but I'm certainly not going to require it. So when you subtract an integer, you go the opposite direction. That's really important. Positives, if they're adding, they go to the right. If they're subtracting, they go the opposite way, so they go to the left. And negatives will go to the right, their opposite way. So let's use the number lines to do these next few problems. So A, -3 minus 5. I start at 0, I go out to -3. If I were adding 5, I would go 5 that way, correct? But I'm subtracting 5. Now, this is not a -5. That's a minus sign. For that to be a -5, you have to have an operation in between the -3 and the 5, and then another extra negative sign. So -3 minus 5. So normally 5 goes that way, now it's going to go this way, so I keep going 5 and I land at -8. Down here, -3 minus -5. I'm going to start at 0, I'm going to go out to -3. If I were adding -5, see how this is a minus now because there's an operation and a negative sign? Okay, if I were adding -5, I would go 5 this way and I'd land at -8. But if I'm subtracting -5, I have to go 5 the opposite direction. So 3 get me to 0 and 2 more, and that lands me at +2. Right here, 5 minus -3. So I start at 0, I go out to 5. But from 5, I have to take away 3 negatives, or go the opposite way for 3 negatives. So the opposite way for 3 negatives is 3 in that direction, and that equals 8. Isn't this weird? Subtraction is the weirdest thing. Now I want you to stop for a minute and look at what's happening and see if you can figure out any patterns and write them down. When you're done with that, join me on the next page. You can also use the dots. If you really liked the dots when you were adding, you can use dots for subtracting. Sometimes it makes it easier, sometimes it makes it kind of weird, but here we go. I know that I need 6 black dots and I need to take away 7 white dots. So I'm going to start with 6 black dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, that does not say -7. That says minus +7. So I need to take away 7 positives. Do you see 7 positives anywhere? Neither do I. I have 6 negatives, and that's all I have. So what I have to do in this case, in order to be able to take away something that I don't have, I add what's called 0 pairs. Now remember, a 0 pair is one of these matching with one of these. If I add that into these, it's not going to change the value, is it? But in the end, I'll have enough positives to take away. So I'm going to add 7 0 pairs. So I'm going to add them in a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now can I take away 7 positives? Yeah. See, we're taking things away. We're not canceling things out like we did in addition. We have to take things away when we're subtracting. So if I take away 7 positives, gone, 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 that leaves me with the 6 negatives here and the 7 negatives here. So it equals -13. Weird, huh? Let's keep going. Number 1, -8, take away -2. So 8 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I need to take away 2 negatives, I have 2 negatives. I'm just going to take them away. What's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives. Equals -6. Pretty easy, right? What about here? 5 take away 9. 5 is positive, 9 is positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough positives to take 9 positives away, right? So I need to add in enough 0 pairs that I end up with 9 positives. So I have 5 so far. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I have enough positives to take away 9 positives. Gone, 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 gone. What's left? 4 negatives. Okay, last one. 4 take away negative 6. I need to start with 4 positives. I need to take away 6 negatives. I don't have any negatives at all. I need enough negatives to be able to take 6 away. So I need to use 0 pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I can take away 6 negatives. Gone, 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 gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That equals 10. Now, instead of doing 4, 5, and 6 with dots, I want to go into another way. Stop a second and see if you have figured out a pattern to make subtracting easier. Pause the video and write down what you think is going on. Do not skip this step because it's really exciting when you figure it out ahead of time, because I'm going to teach you a different way, which is the old school way that I learned, but it has helped me with this all my life. So see if you can figure out a pattern, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to do these a different way. Okay, in ancient times when I was in school, my math teachers used to say that when subtracting integers, you just add the opposite. So I'm going to show you how that works. My math teacher said changing subtraction problems into addition problems always makes the problem easier. What do you think about that? Do you agree or disagree? Let me show you how it works and then you decide, okay? So I keep, I change, and I flip the sign. If you like add the opposite, you can think it that way. You can think keep, change, flip. Same thing. So I keep the first number, negative 6. I change the minus into a plus. Now, that was a positive 2, wasn't it? So I need to change that into a negative 2. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is negative 8. Next. Negative 6, I keep it the same. Minus becomes plus. What's the opposite of negative 2? Positive 2. Keep it, change it into addition, and then get the opposite of the other number, or flip the sign if you want to think of it that way. Negative 6 plus 2. Remember, 2 of the positives are canceling out 2 of the negatives, and that leaves you 4 negatives. So negative 4. What about this last one? Keep the 6. Change the minus to a plus. The opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. Well, duh, 6 plus 2 is 8. So, do you think keep, change, flip is easier? If you agree or disagree? Do you like drawing it, picturing it? How do you like to do these questions? I gotta be honest with you. The problem type that people mess up the most with integers is the ones with subtracting. So really try to dig into this and think about the way that you like to do it. Do you like keep, change, flip? Do you like add the opposite? Do you like the counters? Do you like the number lines? Decide and explain. I want to see that explanation tomorrow, and I want you to be ready, well, not tomorrow, on Tuesday, but I want you to be ready to explain your choice, okay? See you later. Bye.